Welcome everyone, I'm Jennifer Martens and I'm a Superstar Director from Kelowna, BC. I've been with Scentsy over 8 years and I've been excited about each and every new product that Scentsy introduces each year. I did this same breakout in Toronto World Tour, so I can reference them a little bit. I don't know if you are watching this from the comfort of your own home, or maybe you're together with a group, maybe some of your team members, you all got together to watch these videos to kind of recreate the Scentsy spirit that comes from World Tour. But at this time in my presentation, I had asked everyone to stand up if they were excited about the newest catalog. And of course, everybody in the room stood up, and I asked them on the count of 3 to yell out what they were most excited about. And I said 1, 2, 3, and all kinds of new and exciting things were blurted out on that count of 3. And it was just very exciting, and the energy in the room was very contagious. And the key is that as excited as you all as consultants are about our newest catalog, your customers are excited too. So today I'm going to be speaking to you with how to target your audience based on the product. Okay, so I'm going to take you down memory lane just for a few minutes. When I first joined Scentsy, we sold warmers, wax, room sprays, travel tins, fragrance foam, which was kind of like a sanitizer, scent circles, buddies, and scent packs. That's 7 products in our entire line. I very quickly learned that if my customer loved black raspberry vanilla, I could offer it to her in a room spray, and she was thrilled to be able to have her favorite scent in her purse to take with her, as well as warming in her home. The awesome thing about getting to know your customer and what they like is that when we launched Scentsy Laundry in 2014, I could comfortably reach out to that customer and let her know that her favorite fragrance was now available for her laundry needs. 2019, we launched car bar clips. Same fragrance, same happy customer. Fragrance flowers launched in black raspberry vanilla on February the 1st. Guess who got contacted? 8 years later, and my customer is thrilled with all of these products that are available in her favorite fragrance. We're able to reach out for repeat customers with every new product launch, but we also have this amazing opportunity to reach new customers. Spring and summer of 2012, we launched Scentsy Solid Perfume. So in Toronto, I had asked if anyone in the room had been around when we launched the solid perfumes, and just a few hands went up. I'm sure there would be more here in Calgary, because this is kind of where you guys all started Scentsy in Canada, which is exciting. But suddenly I realized that my audience for wax and warmers would now expand. And so I started making lists of teenagers. They love that kind of stuff. I reached out to hairstylists, massage therapists, really anybody who works with their hands in their profession. I just thought that this would be a really great target audience for those solid perfumes. Scentsy is always expanding and giving us these opportunities to reach new customers. But the key really is to learn who each target audience is and how to reach them. I know lots of consultants think they just need to post a flyer on social media and the orders will come flocking in. And the reality is that is just simply not effective. You need to learn who your target audience is and what their needs are so that you can specifically identify them when we do new product launches. You can't really know somebody until you get to know them, right? So in Toronto, I gave everybody an activity to do. I gave them 2 minutes to go around the room and find somebody who had something in common with them. So the key here was that they could not already know this person. So if they came as an upline or 2 team members and they came in tutus, they couldn't go to each other. They had to find somebody new who maybe had on a tutu, or maybe someone who had big hoop earrings. They had to find somebody else in the room who had something in common with them. And so they did that. And the reason that I did that, there were two reasons actually. The first was that I wanted them to realize that in order to find common ground, you sometimes need to seek out somebody new. Secondly, they had to meet somebody new and they had to target their audience, which is what this topic is all about. Our amazing new spring and summer 2020 catalog is hands down the most robust product showcase that we have had. And to top that off, we are leading the way with limited time offers. Did you know that the current catalog has 16 categories and 45 product lines within those categories? That's a whole lot more customers than my original wax and warmers market. Do you remember when Peyton the Pony Buddy launched? I did not reach out to my wax and warmers customers first. I started with a list of people who I knew love horses. We have a 12-year-old who loves to ride. Lots of 12-year-old girls love riding horses, and boys too. And Peyton was making great birthday gifts. You can even offer to wrap it up for your customer and wow them. Take it a step further, and next year when that same birthday rolls around, reach out to them and let them know that you still offer gift wrapping if they're interested in the new mini diffuser and a pod pack for that same birthday. By remembering what your customers' needs are, you are not only going above and beyond, your customer will trust you, be loyal to you, and most importantly, they will refer their friends to you. How many of you have dogs? We have a dog named S'mores. How many of you who have dogs have tried our new pet line? It's important to know that in order to sell any of our products, you must have used them yourself. The great thing about our dog line is that dog people go a little crazy on what they're willing to spend on their pooches. Am I right? When we first saw the new pet line, the first thing I did was start to make a list of all of my friends who I knew who had dogs. I joined a dog group, a community group on Facebook. I actually started to envision myself actually talking to people at the dog park. I even went so far as to put a inexpensive basket together of cheap squeaky toys that I put at our dog park, compliments of your local independent Scentsy consultant, Jennifer Martens. Because if any of you guys have gone to the dog park and there are not other dogs around to play with, the dog just looks at you like, what are we doing here? So by having a few extra little squeaky toys on hand, it gives them opportunity to stay at the dog park while they wait for another dog to come along. But it also has my brochure and my information right there. So I'm targeting my audience based on that product. So again, it didn't occur to me to offer it to my wax and warmer customers right off the bat. It went to this new line of people who would become my customers. Who loves our fragrance flowers? When I first saw these, I immediately thought weddings. I started to ask for referrals of upcoming brides, and I personally think that these make a great guest take-home gift after a wedding, or at least a beautiful bridesmaid gift. They are about the same price as a bottle of wine, and they are absolutely beautiful. Many people ran with the idea of a fragrance flower coloring party. How many of you guys did a fragrance flower coloring night? You see, these audience may not have been my original target for wax and warmers. How many of you were excited when we launched the new car bar clips that go on the vents in your car? So who is the target audience for those? I asked this when I was in Toronto and I got lots of great feedback. Here are a few of those target audiences. 1, anybody who drives a car. 2, a new driver who just passed their exam. 3, car detailing companies. 4, new car dealerships. When we were at Scentsy Family Reunion in California, they announced our partnership with Disney and they handed out Mickey Mouse buddies to everyone in the audience. You guys, that energy in the room when they did that was absolutely contagious. Now, I'm not a Disney fan per se, But immediately I sat down and I grabbed my notebook and I started making a list of all the people that I do know who love Disney that I could share this exciting news of this new partnership with. When they launched Scentsy Go, suddenly I was making lists of everyone I know who loves to go camping or has RVs. Do you see how from these examples we have different target audiences? There are so many more options for growth. My audience for the Jack Skeleton Warmer was not the same list of people that I had when Darth Vader launched. So I know that we are better together, and in Toronto, I actually had everybody get in small groups of 5 or 6. So if you want to take a few minutes and pause this, I'm going to invite you to open up your workbook. You're going to make 2 lists. So the first list, you're going to come up in your mind, you just make it up, a very Scentsy related product. So maybe something you've been waiting for, and it's going to come out in your favorite scents. You're going to just come up with some random Scentsy product and write down who your target audience for that product will be. The second list is you're going to come up with maybe your dream imaginary LTO, a limited time offering, something that's going to come out for a very short time. I bet in Toronto, people had the child as their dream LTO and who your target audience will be based on that LTO. Okay, so you're gonna make 2 lists. Just take a few minutes to do that and come back to the video. Thank you to everybody who is actively participating in those groups. Lots of great ideas out there and ways to get your wheels turning about who you can reach out for different things. Remembering that most people will likely be different depending on that product. So sometimes, of course, it's going to overlap, but most often it's different people based on each product. So by just posting on social media and expecting people to come to you, that's not giving any kind of specialized attention to them. When I call him Baby Yoda, I've come to understand that it's not actually a Baby Yoda, but when the child launched, I knew that I could reach out to my Star Wars fans, the ones who had already purchased from the Star Wars line, and the ones who I knew had children especially. So I've never seen the movie, I don't really know anything about it, but I did sell some because I knew who to target when I saw the announcement of that. So time permitting in Toronto, we did get feedback. We asked people to share what their limited time offer was. We asked them to share what their new Scentsy product was. And there were so many great ideas that came out of there. And just by working together as a community and sharing with each other, we were able to make longer lists. So my encouragement to you would be, if you're not sure who to target in your when you see a new product being issued, or if you're maybe not familiar with it, go to your Scentsy team page or go to the All Consultant page and ask for different ideas on who are you targeting for this product, okay? So I want you to go ahead and grab your workbook if you don't already have it open. And I'm going to give you a challenge with your CLIMB acronym now. So with your acronym, I want you to challenge yourself to create a list of 10 people per product category. If you open the back of your catalog, you'll see the product category lines, and write down that you believe that you can do this, that you believe you can come up with 10 people per product category, because now you have the tools and you have the understanding that your customers want to have products that are tailored specifically to their needs. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you climb in 2020.